something, especially when I've not played the most out of that mastery, for example, where I just find something in the playstyle. And yeah, now you can see, like, this is actually, I'm not even taking a potion, so it is so good. It is good as damage, it is good as for my survivability, it is really good for my survivability, even twice, because not just am I healing, and that is basically like extra life, so the pseudo tankiness plan that I had for this character, but also that I have the potion ready, so, you know, twice the survivability stat. But yeah, you in an ARPG, you always gotta try it out so that you know how it actually plays, because there's always something surprising or something that you just did not think about beforehand, and I actually really enjoy that. And in Titan Quest it happens as well. Number of non-immigrants, apparently I don't believe it at all. 5.5 million is the estimate for how many living in. Wait, 5.5 million? Okay, and 400,000 of those are, yeah. I mean, I would believe it. But I have also not been to Scotland, so no idea. I gotta ask my friend, wait. I gotta ask my friend who is actually living in Scotland. I'm actually not even quite sure where she's living. I just saw a Facebook post of her about their new puppy. Also, don't run away from me, monsters, come on. But yeah, like I said, basically pseudo tankiness, and you could see that they are actually firing those arrows. They would not just hit me, they would hit me extra hard. So I just can't take out my veteran suit for the other one, which, you know, has 1,200 life more. I just can't really take it out. But yeah, like, we are tapping them, and then we're leeching life from them, which is also extra damage. But also with all of those debuffs that we have, we are actually leeching quite a lot. So it also saves me money, because I need less potions. The potions by now are like 24,000 per potion. So yeah, like overall, if I don't need so many, like let's say I just need half of them, that is almost 500,000. I mean, that is not amazingly an amazing amount, but it is something. I would say half. Wait, half of. Wait, half in immigrants. That's a little bit much. I guarantee you, like, there's no. I don't believe that there's any country that actually has more than like 60%. Like something like Hong Kong even is predominantly Hong Kong. I'm not quite sure. It would be interesting to see something like Singapore. Yeah, no, I did see it. I still don't really believe it. Like, yeah, I mean, if they are there for like a few generations, I mean, it's for you about the looks. You know, I mean more about the mannerisms, that it feels like you're talking with a German rather than an immigrant. If you're talking by looks, then yeah, I guess. But I don't want to make an argument that shallow. Now Like if you are meaning like what I would then say actual immigrant, where you know, where you get the feeling of like this is not a national, and you're getting that feeling by simply looking at them, then there's no country that has one half. Oh, also, I have 2 extra life leech possibilities. And now I'm frozen. And now I'm trapped. And that is exactly why I need to be careful with it. Because now I got frozen and then trapped. All the while someone is firing at me. And if there's more than, you know, something like that. And I'm missing my shots again, so... yeah. I mean, at least I'm healing up now. But yeah, I need to get rid of this. Like, I need to get actual better armor on this character, and I guess more OADA. I need to invest more in dexterity. And that is why we won't get to the 100 attribute points. Like, I'm gonna level up before I spend them. But I'm gonna spend with the next level or two. Like maybe do we wanna actually spend them at 78 attribute points or at 80? Like, should I at least get to 80 so that I can say like 4/5? Because I feel good enough for the next level, I think. It is literally just about the Dragoneers that are coming up here. I mean, there's already a pretty damn difficult enemies here. Like, there will be the Tiger Man. There will be the Yirans. But no, I want to say like it's good enough for the moment. I can get to 80 and then say like I got 4/5. I played like 80% of how I would play a normal character, and it just happened that I'm so good that it was Deathless. I also went specifically to this one. Specifically to this one because I can unload some extra stuff here. So we do have this one finished now. And we would get intelligence. That's absolutely useless. Thank you very much. I'm gonna get rid of that. So with this one we could have gotten like 18, I guess. 18 pierce resistance. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, something like that. Like, I don't really care because they are nice people mostly, so yeah. That's just an argument to throw me off your scent. Being the old... the old racist gangster rapper that you are. In GTA. Oh, that is also an article that I posted yesterday in the Discord. German gangster rap being shit. Like, the German gangster rappers are actually all pussies. Yeah, so racist. No, like, a German gangster rap is literally... I mean... It's something that I don't know anything about, so I gotta be careful to not put them all under one head, but like, I would not listen to gangster rap anyways, but if, you know, like, I mean, it's music taste, so whatever. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean that it isn't good music. But at least that you're not... Okay, so like, there would be so much to unravel there. I'm not gonna do that, but the biggest point of why I'm saying it is the German gangster rappers are literally always like well, I am such a big fat, you know, chakra of the lawless. I mean, that's also an interesting find. But of course, we are finding another thrown weapon. And all of them out of bone piles. Oh, God. Anyways, rapper argument, literally just in Germany, at least if our gangster rappers were fighting a system or fighting someone that can actually react to them. The only thing that they are being online bullies that are calling people out to fist fight them, but only if they are in a group where there are 10 times as many people so that they are feeling safe. At least, you know, in a country like Germany where we have all of this freedom to actually express yourself, at least if our gangster rappers would then make points and like actually like what is hip hop, what is rap, what did it come from? And in Germany it is 100% of just this: I have monies, I fuck bitches, I do drugs, I drive big cars, I'm better than you guys. And then they're getting money for that, which, like I said, I can't really care about it. But why? Because every single time that someone, like in Germany, all of the gangster rappers, whenever I'm reading something of them, it is literally, oh hey, I'm working with violent clans from other countries, right? Like I'm getting my albums sponsored, you know, in my project by some mafia in Germany. They are literally only doing it for the money. It's not like they are fighting the German regime. It's not like they are fighting the big baddies. And that is what the article that I posted yesterday in the Discord, what it actually pointed out, was this basically a lot of German rappers and hip-hoppers are now looking for conspiracy theories where they can then feel like, you know, like they are big and strong and, you know, like that is their fighting, like fighting this injustice and, you know, like the mind controlling and the 5G and the Bill Gates and whatnot. But literally, they are fighting conspiracy theories, the enemies that they are making up in their mind, because they are easier enemies. Because if you are fighting an enemy in your mind that doesn't really exist, then of course you can pretend that you are big and strong. So, like, and originally the concept of rap and hip-hop and this gangster stuff was because they would actually be actual gangsters. No, because they would actually fight against the establishment. But in Germany, our German rappers are either too lazy or just too much of little bitches to actually fight the establishment. Rather, they are just fighting whatever conspiracy theory is actually making sense for them. And like I said, if it just doesn't exist, then, well, great, you are winning by default, but nobody is being helped with it other than yourself, which is exactly what they are doing. And every time that I'm actually hearing about German rap, it is literally always because they are afraid of something. Like, it is always when I'm hearing of gangster rap in Germany, it is always because the gangster rapper is like, oh no, our police has to do a better job to save me from the evil people. You know, like those exact gangster rappers that are constantly about that they are the hardest motherfuckers out there. They constantly cry wolf about someone else has to come save them from the shit that they are doing. You know, like first they are provoking, and then they are like, my god, the German police has to come and actually observe my house because there's people outside that totally wanna kill me. And it's like, you know, like, yeah, you made a video on your handy that like 2 people were outside in your garden. Might have been anyone. Like, if you were an actual gangster rapper, My God. But yeah, like German gangster rap is a breed of its own. Because like, yeah, there's no great suppression in Germany. There's like our establishment. If we had our right-wing shitheads actually in power, then yes, we would actually start getting to the point of where repression is, repression from the establishment would actually become a thing again, which is exactly what those gangster rappers are advocating for. Right-wing theories and whatnot. I guess they are actually working specifically for what originally rapping was about, like rap and hip-hop was about, to actually fight. That is in Germany just completely being turned around, and they are actually fighting for more suppression and, for more control. Just, like in their reality-denying way that, Oh, by the way, Tiger Man. Let me actually see. Let me fight him here. And then he has this. So I just want to see... Yeah. Look at this damage. I don't really want to fight this. Like, I'm doing so little. And if he crits me with that amount of base damage already, and then he crits me for like 130 damage, 30% of the damage, that is gonna be brutal. And if I'm gonna get stunned or, trapped or anything, or yeah, he even just has a special weapon here with like a plus 40% extra physical damage. And as you can see, like those guys, for example, can also stun me. And right now I'm saved by having 80% stun resistance. That is why I actually got the stun resistance first out of all of the resistances. Like in normal already. Then my run can be very quickly over. And that is why I actually say it is starting to get to the point where I have to be careful. I always like to do this little part here, this little... I'm not quite sure what this is. Like, there should definitely be a hero monster here. Or not just even a hero monster, there should be a legendary monster here. One of those legendary beasts, but I've never seen one. I hope that they are doing that at some point, but on the Mongolian plateau, that you would actually be able, or even to summon something like that. Look at this. There should be something here. It just feels wrong that there is nothing here. At least in Legendary. I'll come back in Legendary. So basically, it's mostly I'm checking here only to see if with each expansion or patch, if they have not summoned something here, or if they have not put something in. Okay, with this also, I can at least stun him and then get rid of the battle standard. That is how I'm fighting them since normal. See, this one... Not really. And I would probably not play GTA. I kind of like the idea of this role-playing GTA. It just also quickly becomes too boring for me, but yeah. One of the first people, like probably the second or maybe third person that I followed on Twitch back in the days, like in 2012, was someone that then went on a few years later to make GTA only content. And yeah, he actually made it. He has like 60,000 followers by now. I was even a moderator in his channel at one point. But, that was back then, like, back then when new people also would come in for whatever you are playing. And then I literally just fell out of love with his channel because he was then only playing shooters and then went to GTA. And I just don't have any love for GTA. Not because it's a bad game or anything, but, I just... meh. I could also back then, you know, with my laptop and whatnot, I just could not play. Now I just have to get the Epic Store. But yeah, and then afterwards with Titan Quest, with GTA roleplay, he actually became he became a partnered streamer. Man, if only. I mean, by that point, I was already like, you know, like I think the last time that I was in his channel was like early 2015 or so then. So it was still 3 years before I started streaming myself. But otherwise, I would have now a partnered streamer that could support me. Yeah, like I said, that would be the most that I would actually play in GTA. But yeah, now you can see me like actually, for one, leeching mana, for the other leeching life. That helps a lot. But I still need to kite. And yeah, I can't take up this potion. I'm pressing A, I'm pressing the auto pickup. I just can't do it. Also, it is weird that how in this game, I actually have no problem pressing A to, you know, as an actual button to use. And in Path of Exile, I just can't do it. In Path of Exile, I just can't press A for my skills. Maybe because the game is faster, but I just can't get it done. I can't have anything on there. Maybe it's just me being stupid, but in Titan Quest it's just natural for me to do it, and in the other games, like where it's like, okay, well, auto pickup. Well, I mean, I do have A for a button in Path of Exile, but not as an ability button. And yeah, like we have now found the Chakram of the Lawless, Knave's Will, we found 2 Knave's Wills, and Ladon's Maw. Fuck off, game. Such a stupid meme. This one would actually be really good, but I mean, I'll replace something, sure. If I even... Cold resistance, nope. See, this one, more fire resistance, like a lot more fire resistance. And just 50 less life. No, 40 less life. So that's why I bought this one. But I would want more life, and like I said, with that, I already have something. Fire and cold resistance and defensive ability or dexterity. Well then, let's take this one. I don't need it right now, but you know, otherwise just having one of those rings just at the ready might be good enough. I mean, I do have the money. Pyro, you actually do have a Epic Store account, right? Is it... Are you using Steam more, or are you using... like, if you want to look for new games, for example, or maybe that is just something that I do. But I'm using Steam a lot, not even to play, but just to be able to see other types of games. Oh, I actually leached all of his energy with my one attack, so that he could not spawn. He could not spawn his battle standard. And yeah, like I said, there was so much, so many projectiles. I just can't take my actually undoubtedly better torso armor that I found. That is actually a really rare find. I mean, the one that I have on right now is also a rare find just by veterans, is super rare. And that it has amazing stats for veteran. Like, it rolled basically some of the best stats together that it can have. But the Outrider's Tunic, which is already a monster infrequent, that you can only find with certain monsters, and then with another green affix of Mammoth, which is actually one of the best ones. Like, if I could choose, I said, with Kerplunk I hate always, because he has the, he has found a legendary one with Veterans of the Gods, and of the Gods is the highest one to find, which gives 500 life, flat life, and then obviously the veteran stuff, and Gods is life and energy. So yeah, in that regard, if you do need energy, it is the best one. If you don't need energy, like basically I don't really particularly need energy, or like that energy is just not such an important stat in this game overall, then I guess you could even find, and I'm then okay with it, I don't need to hate on Plunk anymore. I guess, yeah, Gods of Mammoth with 25% life and at least 250 of flat life would then be actually even better. Here we have Juggernauts, for example. Juggernauts can't roll with the veterans, but veterans can roll with Mammoth. Alternatively, if I found Juggernaut, you know, with elemental resistances and physical damage with Mammoth, I would like to put that on. But even then, I'm just not sure for my zero death run. The veterans is just more fun to play with, and it is viable. But in fact, it is so viable for the no death run that I can't get rid of it. In normal play, I would actually, you know, take then the extra damage as well, because it's giving me enough survivability that I'm only dying once or twice or 3 times, but at least for the content that I'm getting through, I'm actually killing a lot faster and a lot more. Hey, warrior braces. That's fine. And a lot better. I just need to reapply the trance or my aura. Okay, see, with this one I'm just leeching up, and then, well, this one is a problem, like that, with the not 80% pierce resistance, so I do still need pierce resistance. Also, this is a really good find. 30% attack speed, 30 physical damage, 22 block chance, which is actually one of the highest extra stats that you can get in the game. Has resistance and does have life. So that's actually amazing. I mean, I need so much strength to get to it. But yeah, like 30% physical damage and all of the block chance. That's actually pretty amazing. And it has so much more armor on it. Like 3 times the armor. But, like said, the other one has bleeding and poison resistance and defensive ability. And it just feels like, yeah, this is amazing. This is awesome. But I just can't put it on. This would be absolutely brutal, but I can't. I would love to. It's just... I mean, this is the first real... I mean, together with the Death Touch, it's one of those actually great items to find. I'm almost thinking of actually taking the Elemental Shielding out. Also the Primal Chaos, if we can... We probably have to replace this one with a better one. But I don't think it can actually... I would want to know what a better scroll of this looks like. And Persuasion I only have for one of my formula pieces, so I'm probably gonna use this at some point here. Oh no, I can't use it yet because I need it for the one with the troll tasks. And the troll tasks I need to farm, and that is fucking annoying, so I haven't done it. So this one is still stuck in my inventory. God fucking damn it. But yeah, I could have instantly right now, if I put on the Juggernauts and the Warriors, then I would have instantly 50% extra physical damage. That would Makes stuff so much easier. Also, those caves, I don't know. They just feel so empty. Like, I mean, I found a good item now, but otherwise there's just nothing in there. And it feels like, you know, that is why the other acts are better. Because it just feels like, yeah, there's just not that much to do here. In Egypt, there would be like 3 quests around here until I get to the next village, and here's just like run through. At least I get raptor teeth. Okay, so far it's not that big of an issue with this content, but you'll see. You will see that it eventually... Okay, so you can see I'm still also blocking for quite a good amount. But yeah, it definitely feels like there should be something here. Even in Ragnarok, there's the Cornwife at least on the giant open field. Yeah, I'm still... Like, even the folk I actually would have to take out, because my weapon is... What I have equipped on my weapon now with the with the bat fang is amazing, but like I gambled it by putting on the better like I just gambled on if it is a bad stat, then I'm just gonna take it out. But it was a gamble that really paid off, because I rolled the completion bonus with the 15% extra attack speed. So I actually really rolled a good one. Oh, also in normal, we found all 3 Yaren heroes. I am hoping you will see that the War Chief and the other ones, like, they are actually all wielding spears, so you can see that. I am hoping that I'm not finding all of the heroes. No, but we are already almost through here, so... Yeah, but you can see, like, instantly taking off half life. I still have my my death ward not being triggered once, so that is my one thing. But yeah, you can see they are attacking twice, and if they do crit, and you know some other opponents are there, this Deathless run could be over in an instant.
Help, my daughter!
Help, I just realized. Hello there, Raptor-kun. Of this one I'm also basically leeching off more than... I'm not even quite sure why he does have energy. I think it is his jumping attack that actually does bleeding damage. No, he does do his bleeding. Well, I'm not quite sure why he has energy. Don't ask me. Fact is, I can't stun this one or do anything with it, so...
My daughter, bless you.
Also...
Save my daughter.
Yes! I actually almost forgot about that. Yes, nice. I just realized in the last moment. I made another level up with a quest. You came just at the right time, lady. So I'm almost now... I should put the point in here for the reduced. So now we have this finished. And the death ward. So we have... what, 14% more damage absorption for those 3 seconds. I mean, still 15%, so I basically need a lot of life so that my 15% is actually a lot. Like right now with my 4000 life, it is at 600, but I can already get hit for more than 600. So if it goes really bad and I'm getting hit for like 1000, then the death ward does trigger after my death. So yeah, I'm guessing putting on points here and actually finishing this is actually fine. Just so that I'm staying safe. Also, we got a really good ring diff on the last playthrough. Also, now one more level. One more level, I'm actually getting through it like this. And then Yeah, more Yeren. Like I said, I now have to kite this because it is just so impossible to just tank anymore. Like beforehand, yes, tanking was fine. Now not so much. But yeah, we'll get it done. Like one more level, and then I can at least say, hey, I have 4/5 of just a normal playthrough. I had 80 unused attribute points. Just out of principle. I'm not gonna get to the 100, I think. Like, I could gamble for it. It's not like I have to do this. It is just me wanting to stay safe. And yeah, even this one, I have 20% movement speed, which is nice, and then the 20 strength and 10 health. And obviously I can equip something on top of it, so I was like, maybe. But yeah, this one already has so much. I mean, my movement speed is relatively shit with it, unfortunately. But you know, dodge, avoid, 400 health, 3 resistances, so overall it has 100 resistances that I'm using on this. And then 400 health and at least a little bit of movement speed. Yeah. It's a good find. I mean, the armor stats are not amazing. 160, but you know, 160 is still not bad. So I was super lucky to find those in normal. But yeah, you can see, yeah, even normal enemies are actually by now doing that much damage. I mean, they have spears, so they are my natural enemies. And yeah, again, if I'm not hitting, like without any offensive ability, without any offensive ability, I can't hit. And if I can't hit, I can't leech. Which is nice enough, at least. You know, I'm actually wondering if I could leech from a special ability. Like if one of my special abilities would actually be a hit effect, if I would then actually get leech from that, because that would be relatively cool. Just if I'm focusing on single target, and then I would get something that actually triggers an effect that has an AoE effect with many hits, and those all leech. That would make me pretty damn tanky. And yeah, you can see this one already actually annoying. And I do have my skill disruption, right? Oh, and yeah, more damage also. When I'm putting on my armor reduction so that I could actually hit harder. No, why would you do that, game? It's so shit. But yeah, I'm putting on the armor reduction, and then I'm hitting like none of my abilities, none of my attacks, not even the special effect. Look at this. Dodge, miss, miss. 2 hits and then 2 misses. I'm even missing my special attack. That's horrible. Oh yeah, don't worry, Pyro. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And hopefully the games do not make you jump out of a window. If it does, tell me tell me beforehand. I want to be the one to actually say which window you should jump out from. I have special instructions. Dive bomb out of it. I feel like dog shit. Great to hear, man. I'm always glad that I can be there to hear it. Also, can I can't trigger to them, but you can throw down, if I had something like a fireball, I could actually loop that down there, or poison bomb. But hey, I can go to this one. So this is the invisible man bug. I like this gameplay a lot because it helps me to... Oh god, no, oh shit. Yeah, have a good one, man. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I'm probably gonna see you in Arby's. As long as she is a dog that plays doggy style, I shall end up there. Okay, so now we are coming up to a sketchy area. Because yes, Tiger Man. But also, how did you lose sight? I guess so many attacked me that he just lost sight out of it. So sketchy area is... Well, first of all, we are gonna be getting our reward, because from this quest, sometimes you're actually getting a nice reward. Like, I think he gives a weapon or whatnot, but in Legendary, he can actually give a Legendary weapon.
Patrol is making progress. Excellent. I am glad to hear our men are handling things. You can't carry anymore.
Well, he does give a spear. I know that much, at least. I might be on a stream at like 2 AM. Yeah. Don't worry, dude. I hope you are feeling better after a nice 5-hour jerk-off session. That always helps me when I'm... No, that does not help. I just hate myself more. Those are horrible rolls. Not the worst, but still. 20%. Okay, 40 million. I'm rich. I will never be that rich in real life. That is why I play games. Nope. 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 I'm running out of inventory space. God fucking damn it. Yeah, Spellbound. Like I said, Spellbound you could actually really get something good. That's a pretty solid modifier. I'm even gonna check with other vendors when I'm already on a vendor tour. But yeah, this is gonna be a sketchy part that is coming up, because we are actually gonna fight the first Draconians. And those will hit like a motherfucker. Nope.
Thank you.
All shit. Let's go all the way back. I did not plan for it, but you know. Oh hey, you have a special thing.
The Telkin knocked her
Ah,
aside.
great.
Then
You have
took the
nothing.
settle. Theon was injured. It
That
up to
is
you to
nothing
follow the
new.
Telkin.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be stuck a little bit with our armor. I really did not get far, huh? We literally made one portal. Okay, last one. Let's see. This one is gonna give me a veteran's armor with Mammoth. It will be absolutely amazing. I mean, I've got a Mammoth torso. We were halfway there. I mean, just 70%. With this one I have 23. Oh, and it also goes to the actual health that is provided. Okay. More hardy stuff. Transcendent. if you find Transcendent Outrider Tunic of, like, I think Outrider's Tunic by itself is an affix, so I'm not quite sure with how it works on the monster and frequency. I think mostly they can only roll, the suffix, and then you have to live with what it actually gives by itself, or that is what you desire anyways. But yeah, if the Outrider's Tunic actually could give affix and suffix, then my god, it would have so many resistances, so much life, and utility. Okay, so I'm not quite sure if I should actually explore around here. Like, those normal headhunters, they are not an issue. But I can probably be lucky. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Interrupt me more. God fucking damn it. So, yeah. I had to actually take a potion for this one. I did not really want to, but that is how annoying they can be. Okay. Yeah. Well, we are gonna make it through. We are already at the Tigers, so I'm gonna make it through, no problem. Like I said, those 80%. No, not the battle standards. Get those battle standards away from me. And yeah, my life leech is... It's probably not even gonna get me to the basically invulnerability state, because they are hitting so hard that they are actually... I can't even heal with my life leech ability against it. But what I have found something actually interesting. This is like this build is amazing because it accomplishes so much. Can we please not have the battle standard? Thank you. Okay, and now I would also like... What? You build another... Oh my god, they have a second battle standard. Just everything is a miss. It's just horrible. This, what we have went with, is amazing. So I don't want to build out the last 8 points on the Dream Mastery, because I'm also really sure that Psionic Beam only works with staffs, and then even the Psionic Touch only works with staffs. That the procs actually do not work. It would be amazing if it did, but yeah. Even then, I don't want to actually put the points in here. That's... I mean, it is nice. It's like 500 health worth, but no. But the Spirit Mastery, I've actually gotten up there with the Soul Vortex. And look at this. The Soul Drain actually has 2 seconds of sleep on it. For one, well, also Energy Drain and Vitality damage, so, you know, good enough. It does do damage. But the Soul Drain then is an extra stun, and it is becoming an AoE stun. I'm not quite sure how it actually works with the Soul Drain, so we really gotta look this up. But if it is as amazing as the Soul Vortex, then this could actually be really cool, because right now I'm mitigating that I don't have a third stun with my Folk. And like I said, I already would have other weapons, like for example this one. So that is actually really a lot of damage worth more. Like even the 10% more physical damage, on top of that it has so much more damage now. Like we are basically coming up to circling it in difficulty with the Folk. Like in Act 4, I actually can find another Folk for epic difficulty. But yeah. I mean, this one also would have stun, which I could also apply with the Phantom Strike, but then this almost, I think, always one enemy out of the ones that I hit anyways, so nah. But I can actually take the Thunderclap out then, because the Thunderclap on this specific weapon has this 1.5 seconds stun with really low recharge, like 8 seconds recharge is actually basically once every group of monsters. Well, yeah, it's really hard to explain because you probably don't even know which questions to ask. But if you have any questions, I am gonna do my best to explain it. But it's probably like math when you're just like, I don't even know what an intelligent question to ask about this is. Yeah, that's ARPGs, I guess. I gotta make a donation goal for you to or I gotta post my Steam wish list for you to give me games that you want to see on the stream. That's how I should do it. Now, like, have you played Age of Empires? That was I explained it last time on the stream because I'm watching a lot of Age of Empires on Twitch right now because I really have fun watching T90 series with his casts, and there's another tournament going on right now. Literally right now. I'm actually streaming over that, so I'm streaming my entertainment for nobody being there. But yeah, also something weird is happening. Wait, do it. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, no, okay, that's okay. Right. On this one I have the energy reserve. Okay, good. So yeah, I'm playing a lot of AoE 2 now. Or I'm watching a lot of it. So I'm almost like, oh man, I should probably. Also, I can actually crit against this. Why can I crit against this? They've actually screwed up the number on the test dummy. Because I can guarantee you I cannot crit. I cannot crit against normal monsters. Okay, so with this one, we are hitting for a huge amount of different numbers. There's so many different numbers. I'm not quite sure. So around 300. So with this one, we would hit for all crits. I can't actually even take the numbers from this because this is so screwed up. So I guess this one does not do anything with reduced armor. And I'm critting on it. I can't crit normal monsters. Also, this one, like that, item duplication bug. So he has a scimitar and he has an axe on. Luckily, it's not impacting the gameplay anymore, but it is a visual annoyance. I mean, actually, those weapons look pretty cool, but like, you know, what comes out of it, I would actually like this. Like, if just out of the axe there was another part protruding from it, or with the spear that actually also has an axe on it. Like, I mean, that is pretty cool, but
We sell things for magic users here.
I mean, I'm literally just caring about... Oh, you know what we could do? We could have avoid projectiles. So I have 17 avoid projectiles instead of the annulling. We could actually put that on. That's like, then it's 5% less, and this is the 10% physical resistance and the 15 defensive ability, but that's fine. Like, if I'm getting this on dexterity anyways. So yeah, we could actually do this. So then I would need to find a guile of something. If I found a resistant necklace of guile, or a resistant amulet of guile, then it would be guile. Guile is just a German scene word. Don't worry about it. But yeah, with this one I could actually get the avoid projectiles. Also, this is a level 7 thing. I'm not quite sure why that modifier is so low, but can I... With this one I have my cold resistance, so I'm not gonna get rid of that. And here I have strength and elemental resistance. If I had the 22 elemental resistance with life, then obviously I would have something else on. Here I would have 300 life and life leech, but nope, I'm not gonna do that anymore. And I want to keep just off principle.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I can actually...
If you are taking the road to Chang'an,
And then I don't have to take the piercing.
These are dangerous. Ah, excellent. I am good to my word. Here is your payment. I hope you find it satisfactory. Thank you.
That's so weird. So what happened here? You can see that there's 2 inventory space that I have left. And obviously I was just looking through it to see what I can get rid of. This was a statue. So you can find 2 statues for a quest that he just gave me. And you give the first one in that act in normal, and then you have a second one. And I just carried the second one into epic now, and he actually recognizes the item and now takes it in epic. Gives you a reward for it, which is shit, but okay. Like he could actually have a really good reward, but meh. It literally doesn't make any difference where you take the statue from. So I just had that statue without actually doing the quest.
Good day.
Still had it just over from normal. And now I have 2 more inventory space.
Please see what we have to offer.
So there we go. Those are the actual pro plays. Damn, I'm good. It is all planned. I did totally not forget about this at all.
safe travels.
Goddamn, am I good. So yeah, I could take another one. Oh, 333. So I could now take another one. But I'm guessing I just literally want the inventory space now. It is also not a hard quest. If this was at least a hard quest that you are saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take this from normal into... Maybe that is one of those hidden achievements. Maybe that is like there's a third one to find, and you can just get all of them in normal and then always always just finish this quest. Maybe that is an achievement. I would not even put it past them, because it is so stupid that you find the quest reward in 2 different places. And like, why would you not take that out? It is so fucking stupid. And that it then works on the next difficulty as well. So here I can leech all of this life, but they still hit pretty hard. But like I said, if I do, then, I mean, physical resistance is nice to have. It is in fact really nice to have. But then if it is just about the physical resistance, and I will get more defensive ability just by actually investing some points finally. I mean, this is already pretty crazy. Like I'm level 55 and I will be level 56 with 80 attribute points left over, and I'm deathless. I mean, I like to challenge myself to stuff, and I would really almost like to challenge myself to actually doing it deathless with 100 attribute points. Quite frankly, I would actually think I would be a first. Like, this would be one of those very few cases where I would actually be first with something. Because obviously games like those have also been played to death. But yeah, I think if I were to finish that, I mean, still another 10 levels, so what would I do? Would I actually sit here where I know I can survive and then just farm it out just so that I can say, oh, I have the numbers, and it would take me forever? Nah. Like I said, I just don't want to take that risk, and I also want to stream it, so I'm graciously giving it up so that you guys actually get the viewing experience that you deserve, that you know and love from me, that you know I'm a hardcore gamer that I would never even talk for an extended amount of time because I just need to play. That is the motto of my stream. That is how I usually approach it. I don't have time for eat and sleep. It's streaming, and gameplay. That's the important part of my stream. You know, just like you know me. No distractions, please. Screw it if there's people in my channel. I wanna play. But yeah. I don't... like. I actually, with this build, have a real shot of actually making it to 100 attribute points while being deathless. That's just crazy. Like, really, that is actually crazy. He could have some good armor on with the tropical stuff, as you can see. That's actually relatively high armor, and you can find monster infrequence, which already then have stats on them, and then find, you know, a suffix or an affix. I would guess it's a suffix that you can find, but if you find a good one, then you can find really good items on him as well. Like lots of pierce resistance and such. What is also good is that I'm still fine with my farming, or with my, just in general with my clear speed when it is monsters like those, because they take all of the damage here. They take my leech damage with the reduced reduction. They take my vitality damage with reduced vitality. They take the electrical burn. They take the death aura. So they are just literally getting the full thing. And in that regard, my build, even though I'm not building any damage, it is still clearing out quite nicely for, you know, for a deathless challenge. It is clearing super nice. And like I said, with my leech. They are also doing a lot of, well, a lot of armor pierce, but they're actually doing a lot of bleeding damage. So I'm very lucky to have even 6%. I guess. Okay. Wow, he killed 2 of them. How did he do that? You're an NPC. You can't do my work. Oh, veterans. Nice. If you found an armor piece for this.
Your inventory is
Like,
full.
I mean, this is a Ichthyan armor. So I don't think veterans can actually roll on the Ichthyan, but with the Ichthyan, which actually has super high bleeding damage.
Why did you save me? I forgive you. These are dark times for an end. When you have lost as much as I have, it is easy to lose hope.
A proud warrior that wants to die.
As if hope still exists.
Speak to him more. I'll speak to you more.
Every village I did not protect. I see it now. I was wrong. Only noble actions are selfless ones. Protecting the weak and innocent from chaos and malice. Yes, I see this now.
I see. Thanks for the experience. Don't you have any items or money? So yeah, this one has even more. Yeah. So I already did find with the Ichthyan one better one, but yeah. We are winning for the moment. Like I said, as long as we are deathless, we are winning. No matter what happens. And we're going up to Chang'an, so once I'm in Chang'an, I'll be fine for a moment. Oh, but there is also the demon bull that is coming up. For that one, I actually have to remember to put on a ring that actually gives me minus 15% damage from demons, which I think might be necessary. In any case, the life resistance or the vitality resistance I need to put on. Well, with that one, I mean, he does do bleeding damage and he does vitality damage, and he's a demon. So, I mean, I do have this one with the less damage from demons, so that's nice. And then I do have extra. Like I said, with... Wait. Why are you... What? You need to be there and... You need to be there. Why was it in the wrong spot? Okay, so... also, this one is a Transcendent armor. If that one had a better one, then goddamn. But yeah, I should put that on just so that we get the vitality resistance, the 71% like that. So I should actually put that on. I still want to see if not beforehand we find a demon blood and maybe get an even better resistance. Like I said, right now I can at least use the fire resistance, and he will do fire damage as well. Just the fire damage is not the problem, but you know, like at least we get that filled up to full, so you know, maxing any stat out is a good thing. But with this one I would have the bleeding resistance at least a little bit higher. I mean, it's good enough that I have something with almost 50% that is already better than a lot of other builds can even do at this moment. But yeah, he's a demon, he is doing vitality, bleeding, fire damage. Fire damage I have up, then I need to have the vitality up. And, well, I don't know where to put this on, but I guess, like said, if I can mitigate my avoid projectile thing with a necklace of guile. I mean, it would be amazing if I had a better necklace of guile, because this one is just guile. But yeah, getting that on. And then we can put on the Outrider Tunic and have more pierce resistance as well to mitigate the 5 avoid projectiles that we are losing. And we will have even more against spear attacks, so that will be fine. And I will also have the poison resistance up to like 30%, so 54% more to 63%. So 60% in poison would be for epic already good enough. I would not need to have any more poison resistance. So yeah, now in this cave here we are finding... Actually, I have missed the first cave this time. I think I have fucking missed the first cave with the quest item. But yeah, that one is the one that I mentioned in the mahogany chest. We are gonna find the statue, the Yada figurine.
You can't hold anymore.
And like I said, there would be a second one that I could find in another cave to get to the vendor, or to get to the collector. But unfortunately, if we are talking to him now, obviously we got the quest reward, but now we have the actual epic one.
Fortune has smiled because they are monsters. Should living stop?
Here,
Should all business
take another one. They are not rare. I can just find them over and over and over again if I get rid of them, like if I actually
good, right?
let them drop on the floor. It's just, well, whatever. I need more inventory space, dude. Feels bad, man. Also, imagine if I had better rings.
Certainly.
I mean, what would I put on here? Like, I mean, this one I could even, like, I like the energy leech. And this would be actually pretty good, I think, if I found the seal as well. But it does have over 100 resistances, so it does have cold and lightning. But like I said, I don't need the lightning right now so much. Like, we need 25 lightning resistance to get to, or 26, to get to the 80%. And then maybe like if I had a 30 stat or like literally just a 25 stat would already be good enough. So it's mostly about the cold resistance, -1, that I would need to mitigate somehow. But otherwise, I would love to actually get rid of that one. Like I said, the Death Touch and the Succulus and the Premonition, those are basically, for the moment, I can't get rid of them. The Death Touch is even kind of, yeah, maybe. But even the Death Touch, what I really need for this one would be a really, really good find, for example, with this, with Avoid Projectiles, less damage from beasts, and then a resistance. So with this one, cold resistance, for example, and then I would put on something with bleeding resistance, so that we can actually, you know, get that up. So, like, if I were to actually put this on, I would have my slow resistance. That is pretty nice. We could have full slow resistance. I will have even some freeze resistance, also nice. I would get the vitality resistance up to full. And it does have 11 bleeding and 12 poison. And then I could equip on top of that the... if I had another one then of those epic pristine plumages, then I could put on 25 more bleeding. So then this would be losing me 10% bleeding from it. But like I said, the life leech, we already have more than enough with this. Like, I don't need the extra. And poison resistance, I would have even a little bit more. So we would actually get to also about, like, we would have then 80-80 here. So like, I could, with a pristine plumage, I could actually do this. It's just then the defensive ability goes down. With this one I have more armor, but yeah. I would need to find a transcendence of something to actually make it worthwhile. And a transcendent by itself is already rare enough to find, so it's probably just not replaceable for the moment. Those are sad facts. Sad facts with Ivory. In today's episode, why everything is pointless. And in the next episode, be sure to tune in to find out why you really shouldn't even care anymore. See you then, kids. That's a great episode. I like that one. Just why care? Why even? Don't worry. It's fine, I'm just talking to myself. After a while it just starts that I need to talk to myself. It is also why I did not want to stream yesterday, because like Saturday and Sunday should be the streams where most people are there. Like on Twitch there's more and more people that are watching. Like Twitch has actually gotten twice the view time since the since last year with quarantine, and yet if I stream there's still basically 0 people for the most part in my stream, and that is also why I did not stream yesterday, because I was just like, I at least gotta take one day to stomach it. Like, as much as I do have fun playing this character and then streaming it, as you know, streaming the process, but I just gotta regenerate, because talking to myself all the time is just draining me, and on Saturday I know that nobody would actually be there at all. I had higher hopes for a Sunday. No, but you were there, Lumpy was there. That's already great enough. And I can't just expect that every stream there's someone new in. It would be nice if it was the case, but yeah. So now I have to wait for my cooldowns. That is... I'm also not quite sure when I can find the Yada Emperor. I think the Yada Emperor's Talisman I can only find in Legendary. So that is gonna be a while. This one now actually, like, I mean, this is Celtic music or Teutonic Celtic music, but it actually feels, you know, with all of this green here. You'll get bitches soon. I hope so, man. Nah, I'm not complaining. I'm just I'm just saying that it does drain, right? So like, I'm not complaining that I don't have viewers. I stopped streaming for almost half a year, and yeah, you can see like they are putting on so much damage. It's horrible. I really do have to be careful by now. But who wants to play careful? And that is exactly why I need to spend my points. Like, not for the actual survivability, just for who cares. But yeah, like I can't complain that I don't have viewers. That's not the point of why I'm saying it. It's literally all about. It does sometimes then get exhausting to find something to talk about for 3-5 hours, and there's just nobody there that actually does. I could talk again about what I talked in the beginning of the stream when I talked to Pyro, because then I already talked about this, but in the context of that I posted a German article, because Die Zeit, one of the renowned German newspapers or online papers, has actually gotten a really interesting article out for Twitch roulette, and you know how people are viewing Twitch, what the sad reality of a lot of Twitch streamers is that you are just sitting around alone because you're trapped in a sea of mediocre content, and you're probably mediocre as well, and that is no wonder that nobody is watching you. But if you are actually trying to do something better, then you're fucked. Because on Twitch there's a lot of factors that determine that you are not a sexy girl. No, that you are just useless to watch. It's useless to start streaming. That's more of the message. That's much more uplifting. Oh, also, I found out when I kill a hero monster, or, well, when I fight a hero monster and one of the guards actually steals the hero monster kill, like the last strike, and he is the one that's actually killing it, he is taking the extra XP from it as well.
Warrior! Warrior! This, I don't know who the woman is.
That made me sad. Oh. That one also made me sad. I missed my shot. So yeah, now we need to kite. I mean, it would have probably been fine with... like I said, I do have possibilities. Hopefully that I can think of them when it comes to the time that I actually need them. But I do have possibilities. Nice. Okay. This is actually a lot of damage together with my auras. And yeah, here I can actually, with the test dummies, I can get all of those extra crits. And then against normal monsters, fuck that shit. It just doesn't happen. I'm missing half of my attacks. Feels horrible, man. See, I actually took all of his energy away before he could spawn. Well, before he could spawn anything, before he could spawn his battle standard. That actually feels good. Yeah, so there was an article in one of the German print medias, and I posted it to the Discord, about on Twitch Roulette, which is a site where you can basically cycle through all of the smaller Twitch streams, and nobody's watching. Literally nobody's watching that shit, because yeah, it's just painfully mediocre content, or even below mediocre most of the time, for people that don't even want the success. But if there is people that want success on Twitch, you can really just say don't stream on Twitch, because you're not gonna have success on Twitch. And that is basically what that article boiled down to. And I was actually pleasantly surprised with it, because it was well researched. It completely goes with my with what I've learned from Twitch. Most stuff is just like, most people streaming on Twitch are just not worthwhile. There's like, sure, a lot of good ones, but for every good one there's also 3 bad ones. And even the good ones are, well, I enjoy it, but overall I do have to say that if it wasn't for me actually watching Twitch, I would not recommend it to someone else as interesting content. And so Twitch is becoming, like, even though Twitch is being watched literally twice as much in just the last in just the last year, with quarantine now, with Corona, Twitch has been growing to twice the watch time, which is, it's crazy. Those numbers are just absolutely, oh yeah, I'm not, wow, they are not taking any burn damage anymore. In normal I could actually run through here and they would just burn down without me even touching them. And now they are taking no damage whatsoever, but they are putting on a lot of damage on me. So I almost gotta be careful with this quest. The quest in here, well, first of all we wanna fight all of those dudes, but I will have help from my double weapon dudes. But yeah, this can actually kill me. If I'm not careful, if I'm just standing there. Fucking hell. They are actually pretty damn brutal. If I did not have stuns, I could not take this. Huh. Well. I'm guessing I'm skipping out on it then? I'm not quite sure. Like, I mean, they are actually really doing so much damage. I did not think that it would be that bad. I also can't leech from them because they are constructs. So that's the hurdles of this playthrough. But they're there. I mean, I at least can see the damage that my electrical burners are putting on. But that's just about it. It's not that it is killing them at all.
Hail,
Thank you and goodbye.
I only just arrived by boat, back in my own land once again.
Are you
Word
Loki?
has spread that you have traveled the whole length of the Silk Road, pursuing the Talking. The Talking arrived in this city not long ago, but now seems to have mysteriously vanished. Many of our order are out looking for him, but he has yet to be found. Our scholars have been studying our most ancient scrolls to find out why the Talking came here. It seems that the last Titan defeated in the Great War was not banished by the gods with his brethren, but was imprisoned here on Earth. And the texts say he is here in this region.
God damn it. I thought I could actually do something in the meantime while she is talking, obviously. When I tap out of the game, it actually stops. Diviner. Show me points. This. 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 That and that. This stuff. Like I said, I can't take those. Luckily, it also doesn't let me. This and this. This and that and this. Okay. Pretty good so far. Extra damage. Nice. So with this one I have 45% less damage from the undead. That is pretty solid. I'm just not sure about this one, but okay, that's 2 levels, so should be fine with it. And this, so we are at 90. Well, almost. Okay, do I need this? That's the question. This one I have more vitality damage. With this one... Oh no, this is all vitality. My god. My god, you are a lot of vitality damage. So do I just need the soul drain? Is this like... The soul drain likes to work like psionic beam, so you can't take the psionic touch along with the beam? Oh, that would be sick. If I could just have the soul drain by itself for 6 points. And it is doing all of that. Oh yeah, soul drain is just 150 damage. Okay, so I just really need... It does have a lot of reduction to enemies' health. Yeah, and it also doesn't have a cooldown, so yeah, it works with the life drain. Still really wondering. I probably have to test this out. But yeah, and then we are taking all points from Immortal Throne. And, well, I could do this, but I have the Outsider full. Enslaved Spirit I'm also not taking. So if I was to put all of those points in, then I would be at 82. Okay. And I would not have that yet. 40% total damage. Okay. 40% total damage. And I guess if I'm already casting this, I could also take the 100 burn damage here. So yeah, with 1 point less there, then I would be full. Wait, 2 points less there. Okay, with that I would be full. Okay, so we can actually spend points for literally everything that I want. I mean, this one is a little bit like, yeah, with the confusion. But hey, I could spawn it and, you know, then it just... Does he stay alive? That's the big question. How many points do I need for my Summon Nightmare to actually stay alive? But otherwise he would have the total damage. So I would actually be good as a boss killer build, I guess, with this one. I could also take some points out here and 82. So 82 with this one. And then we need all points. And for all points, I've actually seen with my build, if I actually equip one item differently from how I originally planned it, then I can actually get +4 to all skills, which would be amazing, because that would mean, unfortunately I can't see it with this tool, but it would mean even less damage from the undead. It would mean even less total speed. It would mean even less damage taken. It would mean over 100% reductions to vitality and life leech, which obviously then I would have with this. This is kind of weird, because this one then does not actually get more vitality damage, so this is completely front-loaded. Like, you basically just need 1 point in this. Even the sleep does not go up, which is kind of sad. But yeah. With this one, obviously, yeah, there's Petrify in this. So I would actually love to take points in that. For that we would then get rid of the points there. And then have this one up, and then also Psionic Touch would be pretty good to get, or the Phantom Strike. So if we wanted to take all of those points there, then we would have -18, and I would have to scrape that out somewhere, but yeah, we would even get up to 100% damage absorption, or the 96 damage absorption or whatever. So yeah, this one would actually be pretty amazing. Life Leech and Energy Leech resistance. I have just not used this correctly. Well, not correctly, but I've basically just not really cared to use it correctly so far. But it does have Life Leech and Energy Leech resistance, so I could stop an effect like that. That would be possible. Okay. And hey, Sailor. Sorry, I saw that there's 2 people in the channel. Okay. So, let's clear out this quest. Basically just need to clear the bridge, but... yeah, I think I'm not even gonna do this. They are so annoying. They are actually... I'm gonna attempt it. Also, where's enemies left here? I thought I had cleared out everything. What about you guys? Can you... oh, this one? Wait, do I have to clear out this one as well? Are you that... are you that nitpicky about it? I don't think so, right? It is, okay. Oh, so they are actually closing up on it. Okay. There. Luckily they are all wearing those. Yeah, Titan Blades and Vitality Damage Offensive, Extra Devastation, Annihilation. Perfect. Extra attack speed and fire damage. So yeah, they are full damage. So it's no wonder that they are actually doing so much, but still highly annoying. At least I'm getting money out of it, if nothing else. Okay, so we are gonna attempt to do this quest. There's actually, oh, yeah. No, we gotta do this quest, because I think I'm actually, out of this one, getting attribute points. Emperor's Clay Soldier, 2 attribute points, yes. So we already would be at 80 points there. But I already said, like, 56 until I'm actually gonna spend my... And, you know, it doesn't help us for this quest either, but my god. If I don't have stuns ready here, then... Phew. This could literally be sketchy. I mean, I already did the Yeti quest, so... He can always be good for a one-shot. So I'm not quite sure. I also don't have all of the life, all of the vitality resistance, so... Oh boy. My god, they're doing so much damage. I'm actually really feeling insecure about this. I think I might just have to drop this one. Look at this. They don't even have special weapons on. Bah. I hope you guys can appreciate how sketchy this is for me to do. Just for the stream. Just to see that I'm not running away. But yeah, this is not healthy for a Deathless run. We are probably gonna get our... at least our Death Ward triggered. Like, they are also so fast. They have all of the attack speed in the world. All of the movement speed. So... I can't even really properly run away with my 126 movement speed. Why is my character stepping back to then miss the attack? Man. Okay, so. See, I wasted one of my cooldowns and now I don't have it. So now I need to run away from them. And yeah. They are coming up again. At least I hit it. At least I hit the sorcerer with it. I think he is probably coming up here, right? Nope. Huh, he doesn't come up a second time. Okay. First 3 waves cleared. Okay. Well, good. Lumpy, if you do have my back, then it is not completely wasted. No, but as you can see, like, they are so fast, they are actually hitting me. Even when I'm running away. And for how much they are hitting me, it's more of a horror movie, yes. Exactly, why? Well, I'm not in a basement. I'm running through the yellow palace. Let's see. Tactically positioned asshole here. If I were to step to the sorcerer, he is actually triggering to me. See, and those don't actually step forward, so I need to actually go behind them to the sorcerer. So that I can trigger them. And I don't know how much damage he is doing. He could easily do 1500 damage. So if they are getting me low with their bullshit, then I'm in a world of hurt. And like I said, when the Death Ward does trigger when I'm below 15% health, but that means that something doesn't one-shot me through 600 life. That is then kind of implied there. And I can't even leech from him. Okay. Okay, look. I mean, I can deflect it, so nice enough. Okay, so yeah. 2,600, 2,500 and miss. 1,000. 1,000 damage with one of those. Good thing that I have all of my avoid projectiles. If he does 1,000 damage, he can one-shot me. And those are super hard to evade because you have to get so close to him. Like at a range, it's fine, but basically I have to get one hit in, then kite again, so that I have enough to step away from him. Like I can evade it by running around him, just about. But that is super sketchy, so normally you would have to step away from him. Still, those fights are not like, you know, not action-packed like Path of Exile. Okay. He can sometimes have something nice, but it's all about the chests. In the beginning, you get, like, the first time you clear it, you get the 2 chests here. Afterwards, you get them over here. Which then means that you find nothing good out of them anymore.
You put this spirit to rest. Those who adhere to duty and righteousness shall be rewarded.
I'm so right. Thank you for 2 attribute points, and now we have 80 attribute points. 80 attribute points on a deathless character. Fucking hell. I'm gonna post this in the Discord. 83 unspent attribute points on a deathless character. There we go. Let's post it for Plunk. I should probably post it in Plunk's Discord to advertise for myself. That would only happen if I was clever. Okay, so, well, we found 1 blue. Does have elemental resistance. That's, I mean, that's actually like 30 elemental resistance, and it does have energy leech resistance. Or energy leech retaliation. I would also get my skill disruption together. That's nice. Such a bullshitter. Get me this. There we go. Money. It's money. And we have cleared it out. We have actually gotten this one done. He can be super sketchy, the sorcerer in Legendary for a lot of builds. So it's not like, I mean, when you know what you're doing. Oh my god, this one even has more armor. If you actually, you know, fight it the first time or whatever, then you can easily run into problems with him. And by that I mean you run in and actually, you know, drag everyone behind you. And suddenly you're gonna get stunned or whatever, you're instantly dead. They're just attacking much too fast. I think I already looked through all of that. Nope. Okay. I mean, it was new items, that's nice, but nothing really needed. And I, again, don't have any inventory space anymore. Fucking hell, I guess we're gonna get rid of those. I really don't want to get rid of those. Can I? Do I mean, 20%, it's probably, yeah, this one does have 22%, but with this one is with level 12. How about, I mean, this one does have cold resistance, so yeah, 30% movement speed. I guess I have a better one there. So I would actually do it like this and then get rid of the 30% movement speed, because this one's strength, 10% health on top of it, and for that you give up the 10% movement speed. I'm guessing that's good enough. And I mean, there's the possibility of overstacking, which with life and strength you really can't.
As unto a fine spring rain shall this bow rain arrows.
Arrows. What is about arrows? Okay, so
Luck.
I'm thinking it is almost 10:30 for me. I'm gonna glitch through here and get to the end game.
Closed. There are too many monsters on the other side. We cannot open the gate. It is our last line of
But I can step here and then let myself get killed. So I actually wonder if I could, yeah, so like spells and such get through. I wonder if maybe very janky I can Shadow Strike through here and actually kill myself. Because sometimes there are weird glitches, and like I said, if I were to run into those guys right now, I think I would be instantly dead. What is also horrible, well, you can kill them, as you can see, through the door. If you then find a good item, and it's almost triggered my death ward. If you then find a good item from it, yeah, okay, here I can fight you. That's fine. Just no, but he is literally almost through the door. I mean, blatantly. The walls are attacking me. That's what this is. Fucking hell. So yeah, now, if you found a good item here, they dropped a good item. The Berlin is... But I'm not in Berlin. And Bavaria likes to actually go by its own time zone. Wait, did I say it wrong? I did not mean 10:30. I meant 10:30. Wait, what is 10:30? Is 10:30 10:30 or 10:30? I mean, what do I ask an American about times? For you, it's probably AM. But yeah. If I... God damn it, I'm getting stuck. If I were to find good items on the other side of the wall, I cannot get through it. I cannot fucking get through it, so I would have to, like, I mean, if I'm not cheating, I would have to actually play through a whole part of the act, or basically 2 parts of the act, to get to the other side of the door. Before they can open it, or before they open it, I have to now go to the Yard Emperor, fight the demon bull that I was telling you about beforehand. And that takes about, I want to say, at least an hour. Especially the way that I'm playing. So it takes at least an hour, if not 2, of a long, arduous journey. And Are you actually coming to me, or... I don't... Oh wait, no, I can't come to you. There we go. I was confused why they're triggering to me, because if there's a wall in between, then they normally... Well, I mean, if I'm not standing too close to the wall, if I'm not making myself visible through the wall, I guess, then they shouldn't trigger to me. But yep, I can come over here. Okay, so... I mean, we're gonna go to the next village, basically. Next village and next portal point. And next vendor. But yeah, then I actually have done most of... My god, this looks almost sad. Then I have done most of Act 3 of Epic, and we are still deathless. And then Act 4 is gonna kick my butt. But yeah, I'm like I said, I have done now this theory crafting of how I can get about 1,500 more life. And hopefully with about the same survivability. So having 1,400 or 1,500 more life on the same survivability would actually be grand. Until I find something better. But yeah, look how much they're actually... how much they're actually doing. And yeah, like I said, same survivability then also goes to me spending my attribute points, or at least most of them. I want to have about, let's say 20 of them. I want to have over for occasions where I just don't know what I need, and just find an item that just, oh hey, I need strength, or oh hey, I'm struggling again, I need to spend some points for, you know, the rest of dexterity that we would need for the final build idea that I have at least, or we would need or what is also a possibility, since my since my Trance of Wrath is not doing too much anymore. I mean, it does have the minus resistances, and I'm actually wondering if there's any monsters that are actually caring about that. But yeah, with my minus resistances, like if that, I don't care about it too much anymore, and I'm just taking the Trance of Wrath for the electrical burn and the skill disruption. Well, the skill disruption is nice. That is also disrupting some monsters of doing damage for a little while, but if I'm just taking the Trance of Wrath for the electrical burn, then that is actually not doing much. And then I could just go into health and energy regeneration and damage absorption, 15% damage absorption. I could actually have with this build on top of it, just to, you know, more staying alive. Because originally I actually planned to take the damage absorption, and then just became aware that, hey, in normal, it is even good for survival to have the Trance of Wrath, because it is also killing monsters a lot quicker. Like I said, in normal I just had to run through this palace with the sorcerer, and all of those constructs would just fall over for me. But yeah, now it is not doing that damage anymore, so I should actually maybe reconsider on which one is more important, and then I would have 15% more damage absorption. So it's not equating to 15% more survivability overall, but yeah, in terms of survivability, like I said, it is not just all armor and resistance stats, it could also be the absorption. Then I have health regeneration per second, so, you know, maybe within the time that I would die, then it would be about 100 extra health that I'm regenerating, so basically. And I could also do this so that when this triggers, half of the time it is basically active, the distortion field, to have even more damage absorption and flat damage absorption. That would also probably help. Half past 10 is, yeah, I mean half past 10, but I said half 10. I guess you don't, in the English language, you don't know half 10, right? That's the issue here. Because in Germany we say half 10 to mean 9:30. Which, you know, makes sense. Half 10. Half the way to 10. It's actually quite impressive that I don't know, because the clock is something that you know, that you learn as one of the first things when you're learning a new language. And for me it is the same with English, but such idioms and phrases I'm never quite sure if you have the same in English. Like every language, basically, like every not native speaker is kind of bringing something to the English language, right? Because they all translate their own idioms and phrases, and then the Americans just look at, you know, bewildered. Wait, what? No, wait, I translated that correctly. Yeah, no, I just don't know what it means. You translated weird words. And, I mean, I got a veterans, if nothing else.
You have no more room. You have no more room.
God damn it. Okay, while I do have my inventory space, we are gonna get money. I'm actually gonna look up there as well. The Dragon Lich should not have spawned. I'm not even quite sure if I would fight it if it did, because I just don't have the poison resistance. Wait, Lumpy, do we look up if the Dragon Lich is there and possibly kills me, or do we just move on and be good with it? Safe route or extra possible pain route? This is, by the way, super weird. Can enhance amulets only, but it does do strength damage stuff. Why on amulets? Kill all dragons. That is very brutal. Also, again, I found something with minus recharge. I don't want to give it away. God damn it. So basically this could be like of Magus. You could find something similar to it. I did not even realize it when I picked up that it was of focus, but yeah, minus 20% recharge basically.
Well-armed warrior greets more dogs than his foe.
You have a lot of stuff, but nothing that interests me. Okay. Can I at least get rid of something? So this one has minus 18. Okay. So I can actually 1% more, yes. And I think the minus 18 I also switched out for minus 17, so I switched in for so good enough.
Something else?
I like to have a cut like that.
You're done?
Like I said, a little bit of recharge would be in my build also pretty cool, like 40% recharge, but I won't really be able to get it in there. Like I will get minus 25%, and I could get 33%, yes. But I'm not gonna, probably not gonna. It would help. It would help with killing the monsters. It would help with survivability by itself as well, because I'm, you know, I'm casting all of the spells basically to stun monsters, and that is then basically also pseudo survivability. But for the recharge, I would, yeah. I mean, this one. It doesn't give recharge on itself, unfortunately, because the moment you cast it, you don't have the buffs yet, and recharge minus recharge can't give it lend itself. But this one would have, especially with +4, this would have over 50% recharge. And so me having then maybe it would go up to 55% recharge, and you can only maximum have 80%. So me having 25 in my build would then give me 80% recharge for a very short duration and only a limited in a limited radius, but it would give me 80% recharge, possibly.
Yes?
Nah, it's fine. I'm taking you by the we are killing the dragons. It's fine. Even though the dragons are probably gonna poison us and freeze us and blow at us until we fall over, until we fall out of our shoes. I'm letting you take 100% responsibility for me dying. But let's look it up, and then the warlocks kill me. Look at this, there is extra spawns. Yay! For some reason, this game does this now, when you are actually exiting an area. And I've already had this multiple times on the stream. And by the way, these streams, the Titan Quest streams, they are being recorded. Like I'm gonna put them in my VODs so that you can watch them as highlights. I've had this multiple times in the run. When you are porting out, or when you are actually stepping away from a place, like entering and re-entering, or after you enter a cave, then you clear the cave, and then you get out of the cave, you exit it, then there's new monsters there. And that should not really be, but that is a thing. But now it is becoming really blatant, because this is one of 3 spaces in the game where the Blood Sister Saphir can spawn the Jinn heroes. Or where it is normal that Jinn heroes can spawn. I cleared this out. You saw that I cleared everything out. Now we poured it out, put in our items, and now we came back. For some reason, there is 2, and they always come together, the Saphir and Sagria. Now there's 2 hero monsters. That is bullshit. I mean, it is nice in this case, because for me it's not such a big problem, and I'm seeing it. But imagine, hey, I've cleared this out. And then I'm, teleporting back, and then I'm just stepping away from the computer for a moment because, hey, I cleared everything out here. And then suddenly there's monsters actually triggering to you while you are stepping away. Because they have respawned on something which you have already cleared.
You can't carry anymore.
That is bullshit. So, yeah, I'm not quite too keen on that. That stuff like that is happening. Okay, let's... bugs. This is like the 9th bug that we have found in just this playthrough. Like we were already at like 6, 7, or 8. I don't even know. I need to watch my own VODs to see it, but yeah, we have found so many bugs in the game, and a lot of them are known already, and they are just not getting fixed, even though they are working on the game still. But those bugs are just not getting fixed. Ever. Good policy. Okay, yep, we do have warlocks here. And they can actually get rid of my auras, so... I actually gotta be careful with them. Yep, there we go. And now he's gotten rid of my... Now I have to recast all of my auras. Just because those warlocks are fucking assholes. Okay. That is why I said, like, they are actually pretty damn deadly. Like, for a lot of builds that I've done, Warlocks have been the end. Just because, hey, all of my survivability is gone. And yeah, hey, we found the Dragon Lich. Amazing, Lumpy. You're getting me into deep shit. Okay. Yeah, don't worry. It's fine. It's just gonna be the strongest monster that we are gonna find in literally all of the normal game. Nah, he's fine. I can deal with him. I actually wasn't aware that he already spawns. I thought he was a legendary spawn, but I'm always mixing it up, so it's fine. Like I said, this is not such a big action-packed game. But yeah, as you can see, I need to kite a shit ton, because if he freezes me and then does his wind attack or his... What we have not seen at all, and I'm gonna jinx myself here, what we have not seen at all from him is his poison attack. And like I said, the poison attack was what I was actually afraid of. Because he has one of the highest poison attacks in the game. That is why he's also considered by the game as one of the strongest monsters. Like, literally, the game is showing you the greatest monster that you have slain. And the Dragon Lich is actually stronger. There we go. There's the poison attack. So I want to stay away from that if possible. Because with 19%, I'm not even quite sure if I can survive. I mean, I can survive with my Death Ward, as long as I'm full life, so it is fine, but still, I would rather not get it triggered. Yeah, we are fine. I mean, I've killed this one so often, and I would not have really gone here if I was really super afraid. Yeah, yes. Frozen my outsider. Frozen him to death. Nope. Don't want that. But yeah, I know this one in and out. This one I've done so many times. If I was really, really afraid of this one, I would not have gone there. But obviously, I did not expect him to be here. And like I said, if he does hit me with one of those, it's not nice. I would probably have to log out. Just because I'm not quite sure where it would get me. Yeah, this one is really fair. Unfortunately, the frost attack, even if I normal frost attacks, it's going into the ground. Well, I mean, Dragon Stew is relatively hard because he's a Dragon Lich, so he is literally just bones and, I guess, bone marrow. Yeah, probably not the best one that you're gonna find. Although, yeah, like I said, chest. I farmed this one to death on some other characters, so that is why I know him in and out and why he is actually easy. I found a blue. But we found a horrible blue. Not this one. So we did, I mean, this does have Death Ward. It does have 50% less damage from undead, so that could have been used here. I mean, if I was really afraid, I could have actually put on this one for 15% less damage from undead. And +1 to all spirit mastery skills. And it is a set part, right? But yeah, otherwise the Umbral Robe is shit, so I'm not gonna take this up. Sad for this fight, but like I said, it is also, as you could see, it was not the hardest fight ever. But beforehand, we had Talos as the strongest monster that we had slain. Now it is the Dragon Lich, the Lord of the Undead. He will be the strongest monster, even though we kill Typhon, the Bane of the Gods. We will still have the Dragon Lich as the strongest monster. So until we slay Hades in Act 4, the Dragon Lich will actually be the greatest monster that I have slain now. Just because he has so much life and, like I said, damage. If you do get hit by those, like if you do get hit by the breath and then you're frozen, and he casts his... It's not poison, by the way. It's not that is the big problem. I mean, the poison is also a huge problem, but it is mostly about my god, and now those are killing me. I mean, they have all spears, so but yeah, the poison of his breath is not the real issue. It is the reduction to health that he puts on you per second. And like that is why you need vitality resistance on top. And it is, I think there's maybe bleeding in there. Not quite sure, but it is a hefty slow effect. It is like 99% or 95% slow effect. So you will not be able to evade anything basically for the next 6 seconds or whatever, how long it lasts. It's literally a shit ton of time. So getting hit by it, I would have probably had to look out just because I can't calculate the damage that would come from it. But yeah, by itself, as long as I don't get hit, which obviously I'm amazing. The same with the Yaren hero. Obviously, I'm not gonna get hit, right? Here, get them in a narrow space, and then kill them. I was literally just very afraid of what was lurking out there. So, yep, exactly. There's the Worm Mage. That is what I was afraid for. So good thing that I... okay, where was I? Yeah, let's clear those out as well so that I can kite if I need to. I'm always happy when I don't see Worm Mages. Very much so. I mean, I could have gone backwards out of the cave to actually avoid a little bit. But it is fine. Feeling confident enough. We are gonna get our 82 attribute points before I'm gonna spend anything. Okay, so yeah, we have made it. We have made it to the portal, to the village, and now at least I can say I'm about to finish Act 3 in 2 days' time. But, you know, at least.
You can't carry anymore.
Ah, fuck. Forgot about that. I just heard it, but forgot about it. So yeah, we are getting to the end of Act 3. It is not gonna get easier, and my god, I'm just thinking about, you know who else has lances? The Dragon Lancers.
Some cry and curse against these monsters, but they too are part who can keep still until it is time to act.
Balance is required in all things.
Balance is required in all things.
Probably the smartest, the Xikang. Probably the smartest NPC. Yeah, I'm gonna balance myself before we're gonna get into the end game, because yeah, the Dragon Lancers, they are monsters. I'm not gonna... no. I can't go to them unprepared. At least I've finished my Death Ward by now. So I'm still feeling safe. I still have not triggered the Death Ward either, not even once. I'm actually almost surprised. But yeah, the lowest I've gotten so far is like 600 health in normal, and in epic the lowest I've got is like 1000. So like I said, Death Ward triggers at 15%. And I don't plan, like it's kind of like my health and poison. It's kind of like my baseline of, okay, when I trigger the Death Ward, then I really have to see if I'm not gonna go back and farm something, or see if I adjust my strategy, because with my Death Ward, that is my last bastion basically for the moment that I have for survivability. So as long as that is, as long as I've never gotten that triggered, I'm fine. But otherwise I would rather be careful. I think I'm turning into a lightweight. A beer with a shot is kicking my ass. I find that sometimes, you know, because I'm not... I drink so little or so randomly, that, you know, when you have not had anything for like a month, then the next one is kicking your ass instantly. So you really gotta get into drinking. You can't stop in between. It's a training process, but also there is some days where it's just like no, and that is quite hefty for me. Like I have some days where I'm fine after a good amount, and sometimes I'm absolutely not fine after 1/3 of it. So like it's really a hefty variance. So for me it's more of a day-to-day performance. I mean, eating and such is also a thing, obviously, blah blah, but yeah, I find it's mostly in between. Just I don't have a day for it today. I just don't have it in me today to be a drunk. Try again tomorrow.
Farewell.
Okay. I have not gone to the Rebirth Fountain. Well, obviously I have not gone to the Rebirth Fountain, but I still want to trigger that. Okay. And now I have my 3 hours of stream in. Hemingway spoke like that about wine and death in the afternoon. Yeah. Also, I guess, when are you drinking wine, right? What are you mixing in? But yeah, in general, like wine, I'm probably the best with wine when it comes to drinking any amount. I find that I'm like it's like wine. I'm taking the best, taking in the best. Then beer, and then hard alcohol. Hard alcohol for me is really problematic because I'm, like I said, with that me not drinking for, you know, 1 or 2 months in between, and then I'm, you know, starting to drink. I think my body just can't handle it, that it is just such a small amount and then it actually really kicks in quickly. And I think my body just can't really handle that. So like after 3 shots of something, I'm like, oh, no. Like I would rather drink a liter of wine than like if you forced me to like 6-7 shots. Even though it is about the same amount of alcohol. So I don't go out to get my hair cut. How is your haircut looking by now? Like I said, I've, you know, last week gotten my thing done and it's fine. Around here, now in Germany, you have to, well, for one, you have to wait outside the store. Like there can be only so many people in the store. You have to wear a face mask. You will get your hair washed. Which is something that I normally don't do. Luckily, I don't have to pay for it, because normally getting your hair washed is like $2 extra. So saving. I'm gonna be a millionaire. And you have to give your telephone and contact data so that they could trace back if something if someone would have to have it. So yeah, like it is an ordeal, but I want to make preparations. Probably the better. Yeah, I normally then wash my hair anyways before, you know, not directly before I go, but not so that I, you know, I don't want to come to the barber with fatty hair, but normally I don't like to have it washed at the barber because it is more expensive. But now it is, you are forced to, and it's actually pretty nice that the one I'm actually going to, they're not charging extra for it, even though it is costing them extra time, right? So, nice enough. But yeah, that was the stream for now. For today, I'm not quite sure. Thanks for hanging out, Lumpy. I do appreciate it. Was otherwise it would have been a very lonely stream again. Yeah, and seeing how this went now, I'm probably not gonna stream a second time today because, you know, otherwise it's just going on my nerves. So yeah, I'm gonna host you over to Kerplunk. Most likely, actually, I could host you over to... What do we have here? Vampire. Vampire does have... I mean, yeah, I guess I could retro gameplay.
How did that guy know?
Yeah, that looks like a person. I'm gonna host you over to a person. I'm gonna host you to a Vincent. VTMB is probably more of your thing. That's my thank you for you watching. Who is that? Sushi. Okay. Oh, no. I see. No, I'm feeling quite too insecure about that. 70 viewers. Nah, it's also not... What is he even playing? Oh yeah, he is playing Portal. Okay. It looked like Half-Life for a minute. Yeah, no, I'm gonna host you over to Ginger Snappen. Looks like it. He's playing VTMB, so Ginger Snappen. There we go. And there's the raid message. You do have my boxes, so there you go. And yeah, Lumpy, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Like I said, without you, it would have been very lonely and very annoying. It's very annoying to be lonely. So I do appreciate it. And yeah, have a nice rest of the weekend. Enjoy the haircut that you're gonna get. I'm not quite sure which haircut would you get then. I try to imagine you. You would be like... You would not get a haircut like mine, right? Like short and just German. No, thank you. No, I'm not gonna enjoy the haircut that I'm getting. It hurts every time. You